home providers, right, to provide almost 28,000 seats of licensed childcare in the state. You know, so thank you, and thank you for taking time out of your busy days to be a part of this. You know, a little bit about myself. I have been in this role for 3 months. I come to the childcare space through the, I guess my origin story was founding and being past president of a nonprofit called Appleseed Childhood Education in Rensselaer that opened affordable and quality childcare in our place. You know, the place I live, there is not only a lack of childcare broadly, but there's a lack of licensed childcare homes as well. You know, I wish that wasn't the case, and I wish that there were more places in Indiana that had the variety, and the variety of childcare, not just of centers or not just of right registered ministries or the centers, but also homes as well. You know, I hope that we as an office over the next couple of years can make your guys' job and your important job a little bit easier. You know that in my head, even though it may sound like I come from the center side of things, I acknowledge and understand the importance of what you all do on a daily basis. So thank you again. And I'll let you do the rest of your business here, but just wanted to say thanks. And you know, we'll see how we can go, how we can make this side of the childcare system in Indiana better over time. Thanks, Dan.
Does anybody have any questions, Mr. Adam?
Thanks. Thank you again. Hope to see some of you soon, or and looking forward to meeting some of you as well. So thanks, Dan.
I think I've got everybody all signed in. We do not have anybody in person today, but we do need to look at nominations for chair, co-chair, and secretary for the home advisory group. So we have nominations for a chair. Is Ms. Sean? Is anybody else wish to nominate for chair? Ms. Sean Edwards, are you still looking to be nomination for the chair? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, thank you.
I think
No,
most of them speakers.
Yeah, you have
Most
to
of them
unmute.
speakers.
You need to unmute if you wish to speak. Ms. Sean, are you there? Okay, well, we don't have a chair, we don't have a co-chair, we don't have a secretary. Do we have any nominations for co-chair? Anybody wish to be secretary? Take the notes taker, even though we record, everybody want to be the secretary? Any nominations? Take that as a no for nominations. We did put out in the Monday Bus Notes that we're still looking for people. We still have a group of nominated people for voting members. But we still need a chair, a co-chair, and a secretary for the advisory group to be able to move forward.
Do you have to be nominated or can you volunteer? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt anybody.
No, yeah, I mean, its nomination is like, do you wish to be nominated to be a chair, co-chair, or secretary?
I could do co-chair if no one else wants to do. I don't know. I'm sorry, I joined the meeting late. I couldn't get on before. But I'm happy to help unless there's other people that have been nominated.
We don't have anybody at this point.
Okay.
Joseph Coonley's on here too?
Yes,
What's
I
that?
am, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay.
is Michelle still on here? Okay. We'll take Jacqueline down. Do you go by Jacqueline or?
Think Jacqueline or Jackie, either one's fine.
Okay, thanks, Jacqueline. Jackie. So we have a co-chair nomination. Nobody for secretary, nobody for chair. Deshawn Edwards was nominated for chair. I don't know if she's still interested. Okay. Well, at this point, we can't move forward with the meeting. We don't have anybody voted in, but if you'd like, I'd like to go forward and just present a little bit from the state.
Okay.
You don't have to stay, but you can if you wish. Does everybody see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question.
Yes,
So are you saying you don't have any voting members?
we have some voting members, but we have nobody in the positions of chair, co-chair, or secretary at this point.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wow. Pam, I can do co-chair. I just don't know if I can commit the time for chair unless, I mean, how much time is needed, like, outside of everyday work, daycare work.
Not much, it's just trying to figure out an agenda for the next meeting, and if you decide that you want speakers to come in, you would be, would be in charge of maybe getting some speakers for your advisory group. It would be looking as a group, would we look at revising the rules? It would be, there's not a lot of commitment outside, it would be just getting together, decide on the agenda, reviewing of the bylaws, which is one thing that we're trying to work on. Bylaws were submitted. They are currently up with our legal counsel for review. But without having people in those positions, we can't do the meetings.
I'll chair if no one else wants to do it, if it'll keep the meetings going. I mean, I don't mind helping.
And who's speaking?
I'm sorry, this is Jacqueline Negri again.
Thank you.
And then I don't mind doing co-chair. This is Courtney Coleman.
Courtney, you said co-chair?
Yes.
Thank you. Anybody else for secretary? We have our meetings recorded and transcribed, so there's really not a lot of extra work to do with the secretary position. It would be just taking names and making sure we have attendance, and would be also reviewing the transcripts for accuracy.
Crickets.
Yep, that's okay. Jackie has nominated for chair. Does anybody second that motion?
I second it.
Is that Barbara?
Courtney.
Excuse me?
Thank you, Courtney. Okay. And then for co-chair, we have Courtney Coleman. Anybody second that?
I'll second it. Jacqueline Negri.
Thank you. Okay, we have a chair and a co-chair. Thank you very much. We can look at a secretary maybe at the next meeting. If anyone is interested in the secretary position, could you please email me? I'll put my email in the chat.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll go through a little bit about the, some updates from the state, as best as what we've got. So right now we have over 2,100 licensed childcare homes, which has gone up from the last time we met, and it was up over month last month. We have a total capacity of 27,743 children. So this is their total capacity. If everyone was at capacity, that would be where we're at. We have 145 proposed childcare homes on our books. We say on our books because they still have to go through with the process. Some of them submit an application but never ever get back to it, and they get closed out. Some of them get halfway through the process and decide not to. So we say we have a proposed number of 143 homes. In the last month, we've opened up 13 homes, 13 additional, and we closed 5. One was due to illness, one retired, one was another, which means they didn't really give us reason why they closed, and one moved, so they opened up a new childcare spot. You can find all these, all this data plus more at our monthly year-to-date report on our website, and I put the link at the bottom of the slide. I'll be happy to put that into the meeting chat once I figure out how to do it. There we go. Okay. So we looked at this, we did this today. Like I said, Ms. Sean Edwards did submit a copy of proposed bylaws, and those are up with our legal looking at review. We will bring those back and give them to the new chair and co-chair for review. And I am happy to help with that if you want someone to sit with you with a meeting and go over the bylaws and the rules and laws that we have to have. We have currently got new bills that are working, and then we're updating our system. So our system that we work in is called CCIS, Child Care Information System. It will be going away, and we'll be introducing IN Kids, and I will go over the IN Kids slide here in a little bit. So our office has got a whole bunch of bills that are being passed down by the House and the Senate. So we are currently working on putting those changes into our laws and our rules. And so that requires us to update certain things in our system on our checklist and update our system so when we have all that data corrected, and that starts July 1st. And I'll go over some of those here in a minute. We currently have 2 vacant positions for home consultants. We are looking at posting those positions sometime in June, probably towards the end of June. So if anybody knows of anyone who might be interested in becoming a licensing consultant for the homes, just keep an eye out for that. It's on the in.gov employment website. So keep an eye on that. And then just another quick update is our staff, which is our licensing consultant, managers, clericals, admin staff, supervisors are all going to be in trainings in June, July, and August to upcoming with the new system. Legislative policies, we are currently working, like I said, adding those into current rules. We have a new ratio chart for centers, but no changes for homes. So there was very little changes for homes. The state, which is our agency, is working on doing some complaints training for consistency. So this is just internal, but I just wanted you guys to be aware that we are looking at the concerns and things that were raised. And this is part of this group, is to bring your concerns from the field to us so we can address them and figure out how we can work together as partners in this role. We are also looking at differential monitoring. If you've never heard of differential monitoring, it's where the consultants, if you are past the quality level 4 licensed childcare home provider, you may have a shortened inspection checklist that we would go through the big ticket items: supervision, ratio, group size, safe sleep, qualified staff. And if you've met those, that might be the end of your inspection. So it would shorten the inspections for the highly qualified providers. And if have a program that is struggling and they get citations, maybe 5 out of the 5, then we would increase our checklist to do a more involved checklist with the home provider. So we're trying to reward those that are at the higher standards with a lessened inspection, and those who are struggling want to be able to provide more technical assistance, support, and resources, and our consultants to be consultants and help those programs and spend some more time with them. So we are looking at differential monitoring. That will not come into effect until after September. That's when INKINS goes live. I'm not sure if anyone's aware that we have a new state fire marshal law that is going into effect. Those are in a home right now and have had issues with the state fire marshal. Please reach out to your licensing consultant. This will allow those that are currently in a home that does not meet state fire marshal requirements as a home. It could be that you don't live in the home. It could be that it's a commercial building and you're in a home. And then we will grant those programs in. So that's a lot. But there are some changes that will be coming down from the state fire marshal's office. Does anybody have questions about that fire marshal piece? These slides are available. If you want a copy of the slides, please just let me know. I'm happy to send them out. But this recording, once it's completed, will be going to be uploaded onto our CareFinder website. I wanted to jump real quick that on our website now, we have a lot of forms in Spanish. We have the laws, we have the rules in Spanish. We have a lot of our checklists and forms that we use every day are in Spanish, and they're being uploaded to our system daily. So if you need some things in Spanish that are not on our website, let us know, because we have the ability to submit those to get those translated. But just let us know which ones you need. We do have quite a few that are going to be uploaded. They are taking probably another 2 to 4 weeks, but we have a good dozen that will be uploaded into the new, onto our website under forms. So this is that website right here. And I'll put that in the chat as well, so you can get it. The other thing we wanted to let you know is about our micro facilities pilot. I don't know if some of you have heard about that. We were charged to have at least 3 micro pilot programs operating. We have 4 currently open and looking forward to number 5 and 6 here soon. Again, this is just a pilot program. This is where we create a set of rules and to monitor a new program that can be up to 30 children. So it's a very small center. They still have to meet state fire marshal requirements. But there's a lot of different things in a micropilot that are different than how they are run currently in a center and a home. So we want to let you know that that's out there. We have to put in for our evaluation and overview of how the program went in about a year. So we have a year to let these programs run. Right now, we've already figured out that there's a couple of things that we forgot in the rules. So this is part of that learning curve and deciding if this is going to be a new type of program for the state of Indiana. And sorry, I don't want to make you dizzy. IN Kids, I want to chat a little bit about IN Kids. IN Kids is our new system for parents and providers and community members. It will replace our current iLead system. So this will be for providers, new provider portal. So if you're putting in new applications, learning management system, which is on iLead, which is all your trainings. CCDF will be on there, past equality will be on there. It is a one-stop shop, so to speak. So you'll have a website that'll have all these tiles on it, and you'll be able to choose from the tiles exactly what you need to do. So stay tuned, because we've got a lot of things coming out. So if you have not signed up for the Monday Bus Knows, I really encourage you to do that, because this is where a lot of the announcements are going to be pushed through in regards to key dates, resources, when the trainings and webinars are going to be held, when you can get access to the system. So if you haven't signed up for Monday Must Knows, I would definitely start keeping an eye out for those. And if you've ignored them in the past, I would start recommending that you review them and see if there's anything about IN Kids on there. There will be webinars in June and July for providers, with additional resources on how the system works, how to get into the system, how to navigate the system, and what it actually does and how it works. There will be some training resources that will go out in July and August. There'll be things like how-to handbooks, websites to short videos on how to get in, how to make things work. So definitely keep an eye out for those. It will be required that some of the providers take that training. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Required to take that training, because this is where in this that all your inspections from the consultants will go to. So there's no more emailing it. Once we've done our visit, it'll go directly through the portal system into your side of the system for the providers, and you'll complete the plan of correction in the system, and that gets sent back to us through the system. So there's no more emailing, there's no more printing, it's done right through the system, accessed through your computer. It's an internet-based program, to me, I think it's wonderful. I think it'll be much easier for providers. You don't have to worry about losing papers, or your documents will be kept there, or your responses will be kept there. You'll be able to submit injury report forms. You'll be able to answer and chat with licensing consultants. There's a whole bunch of things that the new system will do. So I do want to bring that up to make you aware that, especially over the next 3 or 4 months, there'll be a lot going out and a lot of extra training available, and websites and things like that. Does anybody have any questions on IN Kids? So we will bring more of the IN Kids pieces to our advisory group meetings as they come up, and we'll be able to have somebody come in and present about IN Kids. So if you're on the meeting today, please make the next one, because the next one will have more information and update about IN Kids before it goes live. Is there anyone on my team from Past Equality on my way? Sean, any updates?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks, Pam. The only update that On My Way Pre-K would like to give is that currently we're working through the current changes as all of our offices are through the legislative changes. for the upcoming school year. And please be on the lookout if you're a current provider or if you are looking to become a new provider. We'll be sending out new forms for completion either by the end of next week or by the beginning of next week. But official messaging will come out from our office about to communicate those changes. But as always, in the meantime, if you do have questions, please reach out to Nicole, myself here at the office, Nicole Richardson in the Southern region, and also our project managers that are locally in your community through Indiana AOIC are still available also for assistance. Thanks for having me, Pam.
Thank you. Allison, do you have any updates with PTQ?
Nothing from PTQ.
Thank you. And Jill, do you have any updates from Building Blocks?
We do have our summer provider fair in Madison in Jefferson County on July the 26th. It's a Saturday morning. We're just now sending out invites with the registration. There will be a Spark training following the provider fair. So you do not have to do the Spark training. If you do not want to, that's just following it. But we're excited. We're doing the rainbow fish is our theme. So we're pretty excited about doing that. And also, if you have not joined Family Child Care Network, please contact any of your your program resource navigators, and we'd love to get you into a network with fellow home providers.
Thank you. Is there anything else from anybody else? I love the rainbow fish story too. I think it's gonna be a fun thing. Does anybody else like to raise any questions, concerns that I can take back with me?
I'm sorry, Pamela.
Yeah.
This is Barbara. I have a question.
Yes, Barbara.
I've been trying to get to level 4 for the longest, but I'm kind of, I guess I'm struggling with time, and maybe I need a little support from maybe a coach maybe could help me.
Yep, Allison's on here too, so we can find out.
And I'm familiar with Allison. Hi, Allison. This is Barbara. And if you could reach out to me, would be great about going on to level 4, because I've been at level 4 for the last 4 years.
Yep, I'll reach out to you, Barbara.
Thank you. And that'll be all.
Thanks, Barbara. Okay, I will send out invites and update our calendars, and put out a notice about who our chair and who our co-chair is, and that we still have an open position for a secretary. If anybody is interested in being nominated or wishes to nominate themselves in that position, please let me know. I will put my email in the chat. And my phone number. If anybody wishes to reach out to me, I'm more than happy to have a conversation with anybody. I love to talk. So if anybody has nothing else, I will have Jackie. Are you good to close out the meeting?
Yes, I'm good to close it out. Do I have to what do I have to say?
Ask for a second.
Okay.
Do we have a second to close out the meeting?
I second it. This is
Thank
Courtney.
you. Thanks, Courtney. All right, guys, this meeting is now over. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact me. And Jackie and Courtney, I will reach out to you both here in the next hour.
Thank you, Pam.
Okay, thank you, guys. Everyone have a great week. I hope everything goes well, even though it's a wet, rainy weather kind of week. So keep those kids busy, right? Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.